Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am making this video at about 1 a.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. Eastern time. For record's sake, it does appear that when the dust settles, Donald Trump will once again reign supreme over America. It appears that Trump will be elected president of the United States once again. And listen, I know this thing may not get called for another day or two. It doesn't appear as it's going to be anywhere close to as long as the 2021 election, so many mail-in ballots. But whenever this thing gets called in the next 48 hours, I'm calling it now. Put it like that. Trump will be president once again. There's just a limited pathway at best for Kamala to figure out a way to win this bad boy. VP Kamala Harris had a lot of optimism going into this election, even though it was a quick turnaround. She had a lot of money raised. She did her thing. She worked incredibly hard, but she is going to fall short. And I just kind of wanted to give my first reaction and open up the floodgates of the comment section to all of you guys, my longtime supporters. You know, I just don't feel right covering music and sports throughout the year as I do so, but ignoring that there's a big thing happening in our world right now, and specifically in our country. Donald Trump is president once again. With all of the stuff that surrounds his name, I mean legal stuff that surrounds his name, he's back in office. And I think more than anything, this is Ferro talking. I'm no political expert. I don't study this stuff year in, year out as I should. I'm getting better, but I'm no expert at politics. But I will tell you my 2 cents for what it's worth. You know, at the end of the day, the economy is bad. And I've told many people that I love, close to me, friends and family that I talk a little bit of politics with, you know, I just feel like some of my friends that were a little more optimistic on the Kamala side of things, I feel like people were asleep on how many people out there associated a time of help to Donald Trump more than they have any other president, period. When you look back, when them checks were coming in with Trump's signature on them, whether look, you could have a conversation of, well, Trump didn't want the checks. Trump didn't see, if it was Trump's way, he wouldn't have ever signed up. You can have those conversations all you want, but you don't understand the battle that you're facing trying to explain that to people. You don't understand that. And that's why this election didn't swing in the way you thought it was. People associated their businesses, those checks, their financial situation, their circumstances, the best times in some of the people's lives out there with a little bit of that PPP money. People associate those times with Donald Trump. You can say it's right. You can say it's wrong. Listen, right now, the cost of eggs is entirely too darn much. The cost of chicken is going up. And I know I've had some very intelligent people explain to me inflation in great detail. I got like 3 people that told me, they broke inflation down to me. And again, I hear those great people. But at the end of the day, people look up and see, oh, who's that in office right now? Oh, Kamala can't remove herself from Joe Biden's ticket. She can't, unless Kamala was going to come out and like disown Joe Biden, the man that, you know, step down so she could step up. She was never going to do that. Kamala's had a tough pathway because people were asking the question, what about you being a part of this ticket and in the office right now? Trump's not in office right now. You're talking about what Trump did 4 years ago. What about what Joe Biden did now and what he didn't do now and his condition now? And obviously those things, I think, with a lot of other things that I don't really want to get too far into, are the reasons why the election swung the way that it did swing. I do want to say this one thing, though. I do want to say this is on my heart. This is on my heart. And I'll get the hell up out of here after this. You know, my wife is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And, you know, there are a lot of black women right now that had a lot of optimism about this moment, although it was a very, very, very quick moment. You know, you just look at the amount of resources that Kamala put into her quick campaign. I mean, she got to work. There are a lot of black women that were very optimistic about this moment in our history. And to see that moment and that optimism be doubled down over a lot of these same black women who were in full support of Hillary Clinton in 2016. To see what happened with Trump over the last 8 years, for good and obviously a lot for bad, to see it still swing the way it did, I think that part of it has got to be depressing. As a black man that's going to always support my black wife, it's depressing for self, let alone can only imagine how she and a lot of other people are feeling. If you couldn't get that dog in that race, are you ever going to be able to beat that dog in that race is the question, no matter who the dog is, right? That's the question. Because in theory, the dog will be stronger and a lot less problematic going forward. You get my drift with the analogies here. Hey, man, Trump can literally say he took a bullet for this country during this campaign season. And he won that bad boy. He won it. He still was able to get a vast majority of important pieces of America to say, I am going to that polls and I am voting for Donald Trump. And I think when we look back, I think the big takeaway will be, who did people associate the last 4 years of their life with, and who was there for them right before that time period? And people are going to bring up them checks, PPP, that pandemic, that Trump did his damnedest to disassociate himself and America with. And I think that's made all the difference. I want to know your thoughts on this election. Did you go out and vote? Let me know. You ain't got to tell me who you voted for, but if you feel comfortable doing just that, I mean, I'm listening. Let me know your thoughts. As this bad boy is a wrap. You could put a bow on this bad boy. I don't give a damn when they bring it in Pennsylvania. It could take all night for all out. This thing is a wrap. Donald Trump has won the 2024 presidential election. And more than that, the Republicans that took over everything else pretty much as well. Time, love, and support is what your boy never take for granted. Salute. I'm out. Right now, I'm offering you a special way to support your boy Ferro. If you enjoy my great quality content I put out every single day, make sure you cop a Facebook supporter badge or a YouTube membership. The prices start as low as $3.99 to show your boy that you support the grind. Tap in right now and join a special community of those that support your one and only yours truly, Ferro.